Good morning, YouTubers. It is January 26th, 2020, and these are your daily announcements. As my truck beeps at me. I was just looking around because when I was going to get out in the truck, I thought I smelled the fox. And if you guys have never smelled fox before, it smells a lot like skunk. So I wanted to kind of just see if I saw him, because we have a fox in the neighborhood here. I don't see him though. Bummer. I would have loved to have showed you him. He's really pretty. He's got the biggest floofiest tail. He's very floofy. Very floofy. So I am in a better mood today. So thank you everybody who said some prayers for me yesterday, or sent me good vibes, or left me kind messages. You guys are the best. And yeah, by the afternoon I was out of my funk. So I really appreciate that, you guys. You guys are awesome. But I'd like you guys to say a little prayer for my friend Lisa from Lisa's Paradise. She had a TIA yesterday, which is like it's not a stroke, but it's kind of like a stroke. It's when you got a blood clot and it stops the oxygen getting to your brain, and it causes some problems with like your muscle movements and with your sometimes your speech, and it has a lot of the same symptoms as a stroke. So if you think about it today, please say a little prayer for my friend Lisa from Lisa's Paradise, that she's okay and that she'll heal up quickly and soon, because I adore that lady. She's a very good friend of mine, and so I'm glad that she's at the hospital, because that's the best place for her to get treated right now. But that still doesn't stop me from worrying a little bit. So prayers would be great. Whew. So yeah, Rick goes to California today. He's going to be gone for 2 weeks. And I hate when he has to be gone for so frickin' long. I mean, he's going to be gone 2 weeks this time, and then he'll be home for a week, and then he's going to be gone for 3 weeks. And that's rough. Okay, that's rough. I can't even imagine. If I had kids, I'd be like, you can't work this job anymore. You know what I mean? But just, for me, it's tough. And I don't blame him, of course. He gets paid very well. He gets paid very well for the things that he does, and it's a blessing. I just miss him. I just miss him when he's gone that long, Chrissy and Devontae are there to keep me sane, though, so that's also a blessing, a big time blessing. One of the nice things, though, is if I can afford to go, I can go with him, and all I'm paying for is airfare most of the time, or whatever food I eat when I'm not with him. So it can be very inexpensive. I would have loved to have gone with him to Australia, but I've been to England with him. That was a fun trip. I loved England. Loved it. I stayed in a place called Banbury, which is in Oxfordshire, and the people were just awesome. There were so many awesome little restaurants, and I really had a great time. I did some of the touristy things, but I spent a lot of time just in Banbury and exploring that little city and meeting people, because I would much rather sit down with the local residents of a place and talk to them and get to know them and get to know the culture and get to know the history of the area than I would go see some big touristy trap thing, Because to me, people are far more interesting. And so I did a lot of that, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the local pubs. pubs there are different. I mean, they have bars, they have taverns like we have here in the United States, where you go in and music is pumping and people are, you know, loud and people are dancing and blah blah blah. But there's also like these little areas where you walk into them and they're full of like little couches and seating areas. There's no chairs at the bar. There's only one chair at the bar, and you sit there to order your drink, and then you go sit down in the couches and you talk with people. It like encourages conversation, and I really, really like that. In the bars here in America, everything is so frickin' loud and impersonal. You really, I don't know, you're screaming just to talk to somebody. I mean, not all bars are like that, of course. There are bars like that here in America too, but generally not, you know. I really liked the pubs out there. I mean, I remember going into one and with a friend of mine who was there, and we sat down on a couple couches that were near a fireplace, and we just hung out there, and people would just sort of rotate in and come talk to us. Most of them were little old men. It was wonderful. They were great. They were fantastic. It was so much fun. But yeah, so I'm not excited about Rick going to California. I wish I could go. But right now, because I'm not working as much, you know, money's a little bit tighter, so can't really afford the airfare right now, but it's all good. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday, and I will talk to you all again very soon, okay? I love you guys. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye.